everyone. Let's go with a new list, and it's going to be an unusual list today, the 40th list, starting with Serena Williams from tennis fame, Elijah from the Bible, Aleister Crowley, the occultist, Konrad Lorenz, the animal study person, Césaire Aimé, radical idealist, Alfred Adler, individual psychologist, Eric Clapton, musician, Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld's quirky neighbor, Keith Moon, the drummer, Jim Morrison, poet, mystic, singer, and visionary. Let's start with the first pair. They're going to be going two at a time. Serena Williams and Elijah, fiery preacher from the Bible. So, can you imagine this? Serena Williams and Elijah meeting the Buddha. So we could title this, The Tennis Legend versus the Prophet of Fire. Contrast in personas. Serena Williams, born in 1981 in Michigan. She's one of the greatest tennis players of all time, with 23 Grand Slam singles titles. She is a symbol of athletic dominance, resilience, and empowerment. She once said, "I don't like to lose at anything." Elijah, the fiery prophet from the Bible's Old Testament, Elijah defended monotheism and called down fire from heaven to confront idolatry, active around 9th century BCE. He famously said, "If the Lord is God, follow him," while Serena embodied control, discipline, and self-determination. Elijah represents fiery passion and unwavering devotion to a higher power. Charm. Serena, her bold personality and unmatched focus on the court define her charm, yet her emotional outbursts have drawn as much attention as her victories. Elijah, known for dramatic acts like summoning fire or disappearing into the heavens. His quirk is his unwavering intensity. The Buddha might say, intensity can inspire, but calmness completes the path. Attachment to winning and conviction. Serena's attachment, her identity, is completely tied to competition and winning. The Buddha might caution, clinging to victory, even noble, binds the mind. Let go, and you will find true peace. Elijah's attachment, his zeal for divine justice, often led to conflict. The Buddha might say, even righteous anger binds. The truly free inspire not by force, but through peace. The Sutta connection. The Dhammapada, verse 223, applies to both. Overcome anger by non-anger, overcome evil by good, overcome the miser by giving, overcome the liar by truth. Imagine dialogue. Serena, Master, I have built my life on focus and victory. How do I let go without losing my drive? The Buddha, Serena, let go of the need to win, not the effort to try. The path is not about results, but about presence in every moment. Elijah, Master, how can one serve truth without fighting for it? The Buddha, Elijah, truth does not need a fight. Inspire through calm, and the world will follow. In summary, Serena's pursuit of excellence and Elijah's fiery faith both reveal the power of focus and conviction. The Buddha's guidance suggests that true liberation arises not from clinging to outcomes, but from mastering the mind with wisdom and compassion. Are you ready for the next pair? Let's see. Aleister Crowley, Konrad Lorenz. So we have Aleister Crowley and Konrad Lorenz meeting the Buddha. The occultist versus the father of animal study and pioneer. Contrast in persona. Aleister Crowley, known as the Great Beast. Crowley, 1875 to 1947, was a British occultist, mystic, and author, infamous for his controversial lifestyle and devotion to esoteric practices. He once declared, "Do what thou will shall be the whole of the law." Konrad Lorenz, an Austrian scientist and founder of animal studies, of animal behavior. Lorenz, 1903 to 1989, is remembered for his work with geese and his observation on human aggression. He said, man appears to see the only animal that inflicts pain on others without any purpose. Crowley's rebellion and self-will, while Lorenz represents curiosity and the search for understanding through observation. Quirk and charm. Crowley, his eccentricity lay in his flamboyant lifestyle and occult rituals, which he claimed revealed hidden truths. Lorenz, his charm came from his empathy with animals and his playful nature, famously walking alongside geese as their parent. The Buddha might note, one seeks control of the unseen, the other seeks understanding of the seen. Both must find peace within. Attachment to power and knowledge. Crowley's attachment, obsessed with personal will and mastery over esoteric forces. Crowley might hear from the Buddha, power sought for the self binds the heart. True freedom lies in selflessness. Lorenz's attachment, fascinated by patterns of behavior. Lorenz might be reminded, knowledge without wisdom feeds craving. Seek understanding beyond the mind's limits. The Sutta connection. The Bodhisattva Sutta 1.10 might speak to both. In the seen, let there be seen. In the heard, let there be only the heard. When there is no I, freedom is realized. Imagine dialogue. Crowley, Master, is it not noble to seek one's true will above all else? The Buddha, Crowley, the true will is not found in indulgence, but in the cessation of desire. Freedom lies not in command, but in letting go. Lorenz, Master, can understanding the natural world free us from suffering? The Buddha, Lorenz, knowledge is a raft to cross the river. Cling not to it, for freedom lies in the other shore. In summary, Crowley's quest for power and Lorenz's pursuit of knowledge reflect contrasting paths of control and curiosity. The Buddha's guidance reveals that freedom is not in grasping, whether of will or understanding, but in letting go and allowing peace to arise. The next pair. These are quite contrasting. Aimé Césaire and Alfred Adler meet the Buddha. The radical idealist and the pioneer of individual psychology, contrast in persona. Aimé Césaire, born in 1913 in Martinique. Césaire was a poet, playwright, and politician. As one of the founders of the Negrative movement, he fought against colonialism and racial oppression, famously declaring, There is room for all at the rendezvous of victory. Alfred Adler, born in 1817, Austria, Adler was a psychologist who emphasized the importance of social connections and overcoming feelings of inferiority. He said, "Follow your heart, but take your brain with you." Césaire saw collective collaboration to cultural pride and activism, while Adler focused on individual empowerment and the healing of the psyche, quirk and passion. Césaire, his quirk led in transforming rage against colonialism into poetic beauty, blending art with activism. Adler, known for his practical methods, Adler's charm lay in simplifying complex psychology into actionable steps. The Buddha might say, both of you use insight to uplift others, yet freedom lies in seeing beyond identity and ego, attachment to identity and validation. Césaire's attachment, defined by his identity as a champion of oppressed peoples, Césaire might hear, clinging to identity, even noble, binds the heart. Liberation is found in transcending all forms of self. Adler's attachment focused on helping others overcome inferiority. Adler might be reminded, true healing comes when one lets go of the need to fix or validate, be free from attachment to outcomes. Sutta connection. The Anatta Lakkhana Sutta SN 22.59 on non-self could resonate with both form, feeling, perception, volition, and consciousness are not self. By understanding this, one is freed from attachment. Imagine dialogue. Césaire, Master, how do we liberate the oppressed without clinging to identity? The Buddha, Césaire, true liberation arises when both oppressor and oppressed are free from greed, hatred, and delusion. Start with the mind. Adler, Master, how can we help others overcome inferiority and find strength? The Buddha, Adler, guide others not to feel superior, but to see their interdependence. Compassion, not comparison, heals the heart. In summary, Césaire's fight for collective identity and Adler's focus on individual empowerment reveal complementary paths of transformation. The Buddhist teaching points both to liberation, but transcends identity and attachment, rooted in wisdom and compassion. Next pair, more amusingly and entertainingly perhaps. Eric Clapton and Cosmo Kramer meet the Buddha. The guitar legend versus the quirky neighbor. Contrast in persona. Eric Clapton, born in 1945. Clapton is a legendary guitarist and songwriter known for his soulful blues and rock. His hits like Layla and Tears in Heaven reflect his personal struggles and triumphs. Clapton once said, "Music comes from a place we don't know." Cosmo Kramer, a fictional character from Seinfeld. Kramer is a chaotic, yes likable neighbor known for his eccentric ideas and unpredictable antics. He is quoted as saying, "I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm loving every minute of it." Clapton represents mastery and introspection, while Kramer embodies spontaneity and carefree unpredictability. Quirk and charm. Clapton, his charm lies in his virtuosity and ability to channel deep emotions through music. though his struggles with addiction added complexity to his life. Kramer's quirks include wild business schemes and bizarre habits, from adopting eccentric diets to hosting impromptu gatherings in his apartment. The Buddha might say, both of you reflect the play of life, one through precision and the other through spontaneity. Balance lies in the middle path. Attachment to expression and chaos. Clapton's attachment, defined by his need to express emotions through music. Clapton might hear, expression is powerful, but clinging to painful inspiration binds the heart. Let go, and peace will flow. Kramer's attachment, attached to freedom and chaos. He might hear, freedom without mindfulness leads to confusion. Ground your spontaneity in awareness. Sutta connection, the Satipatthana Sutta, MN10, on mindfulness, could guide both. One who is mindful knows the arising and ceasing of all things, finding peace in the balance of the present moment. Imagine dialogue. Clapton, Master, how do I create without being trapped by my emotions? The Buddha, Clapton, create from stillness, not from clinging. When the mind is calm, true inspiration arises. Kramer, Master, why worry about calm when you can enjoy the chaos of life? The Buddha, Kramer, chaos is impermanent. Freedom is not in chasing, but in seeing clearly and letting go. In summary, Clapton's deep emotional expression contrasts with Kramer's carefree chaos, yet both grapple with the impermanence of life. The Buddha's teachings show that balance and liberation arise from mindfulness, neither clinging to pain nor running towards chaos. Next pair, even more chaotic. Keith Moon and Jim Morrison meet the Buddha. The wild drummer versus the mystic poet. Contrast in persona. Keith Moon, born in 1946, the drummer for The Who, was known for his explosive talent and chaotic energy. Moon's wild antics, both on and off stage, earned him the nickname Moon the Loon. He once said, I'm the best Keith Moon-style drummer in the world. Jim Morrison, born in 1943. Morrison was the lead singer of The Doors, the poet, mystic, and icon of 1960s counterculture. His lyrics were performances reflected a fascination obsession with transcendence and rebellion. He said, expose yourself to your deepest fear. After that, fear has no power. Moon represented uninhibited spontaneity, while Morrison embodied introspection in mysticism. Both were shaped by excess and a search for meaning. Quirk and charm. Moon, his charm lay in his infectious energy, unpredictability, and humor, though his self-destructive tendencies overshadowed his brilliance. Morrison, the mysterious and charismatic figure. Morrison's charm came from his poetic mind and fearless exploration of life's darker depths. The Buddha might say, energy and vision are gifts, but without mindfulness, they lead to suffering. The middle way balances joy and wisdom, attachment to excess and rebellion. Moon's attachment, obsessed with living life to its fullest. Moon might hear, clinging to pleasure binds the mind. True joy rises from freedom, not indulgence. Morrison's attachment, attached to transcendence through rebellion. Morrison might hear, Freedom is not found in defying the world, but in understanding it deeply and letting go. The Sutta connection, the Dhammapada, verse 290, would resonate with both. Cut down the forest of desire, not just one tree. Danger lies in the forest. Freedom lies beyond. Imagine dialogue. Moon, Master, why hold back when life is short? Shouldn't we live to the max? The Buddha, Moon, life is short, but indulgence does not bring peace. True freedom comes when craving ends. Morrison, Master, can rebellion against the world free the soul? The Buddha, Morrison, rebellion against the world is still clinging. Freedom lies in rebellion against itself. In summary, Moon's chaotic energy and Morrison's quest for transcendence reveal two paths of excess that lead to suffering. The Buddha's teachings offer a middle way, showing how energy and vision, when guided by mindfulness and wisdom, lead to true liberation. That concludes this group of Serena Williams, tennis star, Elijah from the Bible, fiery preacher, Aleister Crowley, occultist writer, Konrad Lorenz, animal study pioneer, Aimé Césaire, the radical idealist and poet, Alfred Adler with individual psychology, Eric Clapton, guitar blues virtuoso, Kramer from Seinfeld, the quirky neighbour, Keith Moon, the wild drummer, and Jim Morrison, the singer, visionary, poet, mystic and artist. Thank you all. Appreciate your time and attention. Please leave any comments. Take care. May many beings be free from suffering and have enjoyed and benefited from this interesting thought experiment in what would happen if the Buddha was be able to meet various people who have been influential in all kinds of eras of Western culture. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.